Happy VA Wednesday. So today we're going to talk about a big realtor buying a house lender red flag. So if you're buying a house, if one of your friends is, please watch or share this video because this is crazy. It's still happening. Okay, so you meet with a realtor, you look at houses, you're like, oh, that's really nice. And they go, oh, you need to get pre-approved. And you're like, okay, cool. If they hand you an application, do not fill it out. Do not fill it out. Your realtor should not be handing you a mortgage application. The only exception to this would be if they are a realtor and a licensed mortgaged individual, which generally they're not. Okay, but I had a guy call me just last week and he called me. We were talking about what had happened because he saw one of my videos and he wanted to rate shop. And he was telling me what his rate was. And I was like, but he was supposed to close in a week. So I'm like, I can't do anything, but like, how did this happen? And I'm like, what's your lender's name? And he didn't really know. I'm like, well, where do they work? And he's like, I'm not sure. And I'm like, whoa, why don't you know? He's like, the realtor handled everything. No, that is not the realtor's job. It is not the realtor's job to work with the lender and get you a loan. It is not the realtor's job to have you fill out an application. There's so many things wrong with a realtor giving you an application. Let's go over a few. Okay, first of all, not their job. They're not a licensed trained mortgage originator. Number two, where are they taking your information? Right? How are they protecting your information? Is your application going on their coffee table? I don't know who they hang out with. You don't know who they hang out with. Are they duplicating it and selling it on the dark web? Okay, that's extreme. But you don't know. You don't know what they're doing with it. They don't have any of the same requirements that as a mortgage individual that we have. Realtors don't have to be fingerprinted, background checked, like go through the same rigmarole we do. No, they don't. So your information is your information. The only person who should have your social security, date of birth, or be running your credit is a mortgage professional, period. Period. If a realtor says, oh, I'll run your credit for you right now. No. Are you a licensed mortgage originator? If you're not, they should not be running your credit, okay? So basically what had happened is this realtor's just like, oh yeah, you're a first-time home buyer? Don't worry, I'll call the VA. No, said to him, I'm gonna call the VA for you. We'll get someone for you. Beep, boop, beep, boop. Oh yeah, I talked to the VA and I got your application over to the VA. That is not a thing. I mean, I laugh because I'm dead inside. That is not a thing, right? And I feel so bad for this gentleman. He's a sweetheart, a nice guy, a wonderful guy. And I can see how you would fall for this. How the heck are you guys supposed to know this isn't legit? You're going into a realtor's office. You're hoping that they're going to give you good guidance, why would they do anything weird? Okay. Sometimes they do stuff that's weird. So that's why we're doing this video. So that if you walk into that realtor's office and they say, oh, I'll call the VA. No, they won't. No, bye. Oh, here's an application. Are you a licensed mortgage originator? Like, it would be like if I was like, oh, you know what? Just give me all your stuff and I'll file your taxes. I'm not a tax accountant. I'm not licensed to do your taxes, and they're not licensed to do your mortgage, and they shouldn't be the in-between. So in this case, the gentleman had probably talked to the mortgage person once, maybe the team once, because the realtor was being the liaison. The realtor was getting the documents. The realtor was giving the documents. You know, he didn't have any conversations about rate or fees. No one went through the loan estimate with him. When I was talking to him, he's like, yeah, I had all these questions, but like there was no one to talk to. Guys, no. And look, speechless. Sorry, I'm just speechless. So this does happen. And it like sometimes I don't think it's the worst intent on the realtor's part. Like I know back in the day, I used to have realtors that would say, hey Jen, can you leave a stack of your applications? I really want to work with you so my clients will fill them out and I'll just email them over to you. And I always was like, no, we can't do that. For the reason that A, you're not a mortgage originator, but also B, it's the securitization of information. Like the laws that we have around this stuff, like we can't have papers lying around. Everything I do at this point is digital. The reason I do everything digital is because I do not want any problems. Everything goes through a secure portal, but the other reason you want to work directly with the lender is because you want to have that relationship so that you can talk about rates, but also so that you understand your payment, you understand what you're getting into. If you have a realtor and lender talking about you and you're not involved, how do you know either are working to your benefit? Realtor makes money if you sell a house. Lender makes money if you close a loan. You don't have a relationship with the one. I mean, he could charge you 5%. You don't know. She's just dropping off the dock saying, oh yeah, here's the keys. You just have to sign here. Then you look at it and you go, what the heck? But yeah, so it's really important for you guys to look for these types of red flags. And you can always email me, call me, put a comment in and say, hey Jen, this happened, is this weird? This happened, is this weird? And I'll always tell you like, yeah, that's weird, or that is not a good idea, because in a situation like this, the client ended up at a really big disadvantage on rates and fees because he never actually really talked to the lender. And unfortunately, the realtor, instead of saying, yeah, you should talk to a couple different lenders, she could have said, here's one I really like, and the client could have reached out to them. But in this case, it was this whole charade of like, I'm gonna call the VA to get your loan. Okay. VA itself isn't the one giving out the loans. It's lenders. It's the lenders that are processing, underwriting, and funding your loan. Also, we're the ones that are setting the rate. And it's not the VA setting one rate. It's not like a realtor calls the VA to get you hooked up with someone. That's a charade. But unfortunately, because so many people assume that that's, VA is who's doing all of this, this is why this stuff happens. So I hope this video has been helpful. Once again, realtors should not be giving you loan applications. They're not calling VA. They shouldn't be between you and the lender. You need to have your own relationship with the lender. You need to be educated, you need to be informed, and you need to know what you're getting into. So I hope this video has been helpful. As always, I am licensed in 46 states. My team and I love doing loans. You can check out our Google reviews and see how much we love doing loans. So thanks for watching, guys. Questions, comments, did this happen to you too? Let me know.